Good morning, Yes Yoga family. If you joined me yesterday on Saturday, what was that, July 1st, welcome to July, and I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July weekend, Independence Day weekend, and be safe, of course. And our class focus this past week was really about boundaries and limits, and being able to kind of be curious about those boundaries and limits and identify where those are for us in our physical practice of yoga, and then kind of also thinking about it in a bigger picture where we have limits or boundaries in an emotional sense or interpersonal sense in the relationships that we have with people in our lives. And so we did a lot of plank poses. We did some side plank poses, which help us create this boundary and this ability to say no, and to be able to say that this is my space here and that is your space over there, as we open up, being able to hold a boundary but explore more in our side plank. And is that easy or is that hard for us? How do we have to change that or be more aware of where we need to set a new limit for what you can do today? And being able to respect other people's limits and your own as well, and knowing that that's okay, whatever limit you set. If you're aware and conscious of what you're doing, that then we're doing the best that we can in this situation. So as we practiced that, we, in the family yoga class, we had done a song called Rainbow Fingers, and in the email, I'll have a link to that song. The nice thing about this song is it really helps us focus on something close to us, and then it helps us focus on something far away. And that ability to change our gaze and change our focus from close to far and back to close again is important in our ability to set limits, to set goals, to not get so stuck in what is happening, and not to be able to then see the bigger picture, but also return back to those details. And then in that song, we press our arms out and go out to the side here. And in this particular situation where I'm sitting right now, I'm blocked by a wall, and so I'm not able to extend my own left arm as much as I can my right. And this is just an artificial barrier here in these conditions. If I were to move, I would be able to have access to that extension on both sides. And I know that that seems kind of like obvious. Well, duh, you're standing there next to the wall. But we do that to ourselves as well in our emotional life, where there's artificially, I don't have to be sitting here. I can go find a spot where I can fully extend both sides, and feel that new limit. And so I guess during this week, I would ask you to be curious about the limits that you set in your physical practice, and where you might feel like there's some stress or strain when you are met with those limits, and where do we have freedom to explore beyond those limits safely. So thank you so much and have a great week. See you on Saturday.